Always fresh, every day. You're watching Fastlane Daily.
The Detroit Auto Show is still the biggest news coming out of the Motor City since Jack White punched the guy from the Von Bondies in the face. We've got more action from the floor of Detroit's Cobo Center. And if you're one of the press wonks on the scene, just watch out for falling pentastars. Whoa, that was close. I'm Carrie Milbank, and you're watching Fastlane Daily 2009 Detroit Auto Show Edition. Roll my song, boys.
Fastlane Daily with Carrie Milbank.
Hello, car lovers. Long time no see. Detroit this week was the battleground for the war of the hybrid sedans. The Honda versus Toyota rivalry got kicked up a notch as Honda rolled out its new Insight. That's the 2010 dedicated hybrid model that will undercut the Prius on price while offering a new entry point for those with hybrid lust. Honda hasn't confirmed the number on the sticker, but reports peg the base model Insight at well under 19 grand. For whatever money it goes for, Honda says you'll get mileage in the respectable range of 41 miles per gallon combined. And with a hat tip to how driving style affects fuel economy, Honda also included some onboard gadgetry to keep drivers in the efficiency zone. That system, dubbed Eco Assist, levels out throttle inputs and uses a glowing blue-green light over the dash to let drivers know when they're either saving gas or sucking it down like Roscoe Arbuckle at a Korean barbecue. Who? I was thinking Paris Hilton on a slow night. Anyway, Toyota upped the ante by showing up with its next-generation Prius. The masters of smug say the latest version of the Kleenex of hybrids is larger, more powerful, and more economical than the outgoing model. Toyota says buyers can expect EPA mileage ratings of around 50 mpg and a power boost from a new 1.8-liter engine hooked to the company's Synergy Drive hybrid power plant, which Toyota says is 90% new for 2010. Inside, there's more space for wheatgrass juice boxes and recycled circuit boards picked up at the local swap meet. And there's also an optional solar moonroof that adds power to run the ventilation system to keep interior temperatures down when parked in the sun. No word yet on price, but Toyota says we'll know more when the new Prius goes on sale later this year. Toyota also showed up in Detroit a new luxury hybrid for its Lexus brand. It's the HS250H, a car the company says is the world's first dedicated luxury hybrid model. The HS250H gets power from a 4-cylinder, 2.4-liter Atkinson cycle engine hooked to the Toyota's familiar Synergy Drive system. That, along with a new exhaust heat recovery system, adds up to 187 horsepower. No word yet on price, but Auto Week says the HS250H will retail in the $40,000 range when it goes on sale this summer. And Volvo telegraphed its next design language with a sleek concept car. It's a preview of the next-gen S60 called, fittingly, the S60 Concept. In addition to a more aggressive swept-back look, the S60 Concept gets a new set of LED lighting as well as new safety tech. It's called Collision Warning with Full Auto Brake. Just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? That system uses radar, a camera, and a control processor and software to effectively eliminate low-speed pedestrian collisions. Power comes from a turbocharged direct-injection 4-cylinder gasoline engine producing around 179 horsepower. That's hooked to Volvo's new PowerShift dual-clutch gearbox, which does exactly what Volkswagen's DSG can do, only up to 330 pounds-feet of torque. Expect to see the production model of the new S60 later this year. Next up, Jaguar shows off its latest 500 horsepower felines. That's when Fastlane Daily's Detroit Auto Show coverage continues right after this.
Subscribing costs nothing. Daily, not monthly, and our cars actually move. Fastlane Daily is fast and fresh and here to stay.
Well, Jaguar is not kidding about joining the ranks of 500 horsepower luxury sports cars. The company showed up in Detroit this year with a pair of feral cats sharing a newly tweaked version of the Jaguar AJV8. The company, now owned by India's Tata Motors, revealed high-performance versions of the XK and XF, dubbed XKR and XFR. Power for both comes from the supercharged 5-liter V8, now rated at 510 horsepower and 461 pounds-feet of torque. Jaguar hasn't released performance specs yet, but the company did release photos of the XFR on a recent trip to the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah. There, Jaguar says a lightly modified XFR, sans electronic speed limiter and fitted with a sizable rear spoiler, reportedly hit 225 miles per hour. That speed pushes the XFR above the XJ220 of the early 90s, which ran close to 220 miles per hour, thus the name. That about does it for Fastlane Daily's Detroit Auto Show Day 2. Come on back tomorrow for more Detroit Auto Show coverage. I'm not Derek D, but I sure wish I was.
Ass-Lang Daily, always fresh, every day. Unlike this fucking bread.
So much of the process of blogging is taking pre-existing pieces of media, like linking to something and then adding your idea on top of it. So I think a lot of stuff that happens in new media sort of comes out of that hip-hop creative process.
WePC TV is brought to you by ASUS and Intel. You dream it, ASUS builds it, Intel inside.